Welcome to day 181 of the New Way. I'll read John 10:17 and 18. The reason my Father loves me is that I lay down my life, only to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have authority to lay it down, and authority to take it up again. This command I received from my Father. Here again we see Jesus saying that he wouldn't be forced to die. He would choose to die in obedience to God's command. Let's continue. I'll read John 10:19 through 30. The Jews who heard these words were again divided. Many of them said, "He is demon-possessed and raving mad. Why listen to him?" But others said, "These are not the sayings of a man possessed by a demon. Can a demon open the eyes of the blind?" Then came the festival of dedication at Jerusalem. It was winter, and Jesus was in the temple courts, walking in Solomon's colonnade. The Jews who were there gathered around him, saying, "How long will you keep us in suspense? If you are the Messiah, tell us plainly." Jesus answered, "I did tell you, but you do not believe. The works I do in my Father's name testify about me, but you do not believe because you are not my sheep. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. I give them eternal life, and they shall never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand. My Father who has given them to me is greater than all. No one can snatch them out of my Father's hand. I and the Father are one." There will always be controversy about Jesus. Some people will believe, others will consider him crazy. Here Jesus returns to his message about being the great shepherd, or the good shepherd. There's a statement in John 10:27 that I want you to particularly notice. I'll read it for you again. "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me." Some translations say, "My sheep listen to my voice." There's a wonderful promise hidden in this verse that is more clearly translated as, "My sheep hear my voice." It is one of the central truths behind everything that I am trying to teach you. Learning to hear and recognize and obey Jesus' voice is critical. He speaks to us. Now that may not seem to be a big deal for you, but it is vital to your development as a follower of Jesus. There are millions of followers of Jesus today who do not know that God is speaking to them. They feel that God is a watchmaker God. He wound up the watch and now is in heaven watching it tick away without any further input into their lives. How sad. Others feel that hearing God's voice is too close to hearing voices in your head and conclude that we are crazy, just like they accuse Jesus. If you do not believe that there can be daily, real-time interaction with Jesus, then how will you carry out your life? You will have to design your own belief system. It might even be based on the Bible or God's character, but it will still be directed by and centered on self. And as we've already talked about, following self is the definition of sin. There's another very important promise embedded in this passage. Look at John 10:28. I give them eternal life, and they shall never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand. Once you have invited Jesus into your God-shaped vacuum, no one or nothing can change your position in his hand. That's really good news. Then finally notice John 10:30. I and the Father are one. Jesus states clearly that he and God are the same. He is the embodiment of God, the incarnation, the earthly representation of God, or as Andy Stanley likes to say, he's God in a bod. You can't have one without the other. In his service, Dale.